Hey guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back. I have a midweek update for you. Wanted to talk about Mercury still being in retrograde and the past resurfacing. So this may be happening with you, and I feel as though some of the remnants, like the pieces of our wounds that are still unhealed, but that are starting to progress along our ascension process and our journey, but there's still like little fragments, little remnants that are not completely healed. So in this Mercury retrograde cycle, I'm seeing that old stuff is coming up. It could be past from your twin, or just pertaining to your own life. Could be triggered by your twin. It could be just stuff coming up about past relationships, past hurts, feeling like you're in the same cycles, or feeling like patterns are repeating. In particular with me and my twin recently, like in the past few weeks since Mercury has been in retrograde, I keep getting slammed with like stuff from his past relationship. So just finding it, it's just showing itself to me. And it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that we had this many ghosts around us. And, or that he hadn't, cleaned his slate yet. And that was my first reaction, because things like this have surfaced before. And I think for him, it's just sloppy carelessness, not, cleaning things up or not cleaning the slate or whatever. It's not because these people are still around him. But of course, it triggers my insecurities. And, there's a lot of comparison stuff that comes up, especially when the reality of that stuff that, whether it's something that an ex-girlfriend wrote or an old picture or something like that, when that stuff finds me and it is, like I said, in my face, it's not easy to I guess for, anyone who's an empath or intuitive, it's not easy to block out the sentiment behind it, or to, not go into the story of that, right? Into the story of the photo, into the story of the note. And it's like, normally I just don't even let my mind go there. I just say, like the past is the past. That's his stuff. I've got my stuff. I keep my past. I honor it, but I keep it put away. I've made sure my slate is clean for my twin flame. So I'm like, okay, why is this stuff coming up? Well, it's coming up so that I handle it better. It's coming up so that I react differently. It's coming up so that I can work through those remnants and fragments of insecurities that are remaining. And I'm noticing a lot of things about myself, right? Like that sends me right into comparison thinking, like, what did he have with her that he doesn't have with me? And then there's this a soul level piece of me that kicks in and is like, this is the most he's ever had with anyone. This is like an unbelievable connection. Like, how can you even doubt that? You need to trust in that. You need to trust in that. You need to trust in that. There's the ego part of me, the little wounded part of me that's like feeling really jealous and feeling really, insecure and triggered. And so I asked him, I looked him in the eye and I said, I've cleaned my slate for you. I'm going to ask you for the last time to please do so, because I don't like seeing these things. They're hurtful for me. I shouldn't have to, and, it's different, I think, when you are in conversation, you're exchanging stories and you're both, sharing things about your past, and you're opening up, whatnot. And you're in that space, right? Rather than just like finding things like out of nowhere when you're like solely focused on one another. And it's a bit shocking to me. And to me, that feels like a bit of like betrayal, which is all my triggers. But it's not. And he didn't intentionally do it. He's not intentionally doing it. But the universe is making me see this stuff, right? At one point he said, like, don't dig up my past. But I'm not digging up this past. It's just showing itself. And when the universe is revealing itself like that, it's for a reason. It's for your healing. It's for that. And I think in the past, I would have got very, very, very triggered by what I saw, but I just, let it go and decided to trust, right? Like, just trust that this connection, I don't have to compare myself to other relationships he's had or other people or anything, because I do know the depth of this connection. And funny because, let's see, was it yesterday? He had forgot. So we are living together, for those of you that don't know my situation, but he had forgot his cell phone before he left for work, and I couldn't catch him in time. So, and he had a really busy day. So we were out of contacts, like no text, no nothing all day. And it forced me into the 5D with him, where a space that I haven't been in for like fully like that for a good year. And it was actually kind of nice. It forced me to use my separation tools and my 5D tools. And I felt that when we came back together at night, he said to me, he said, I felt so disconnected without talking to you today, without being able to hear from you, or, and I said, yeah, I know. So did I. I said, it forced me into using my separation tools. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I don't think he still realizes what we work on in the community, but the separation tools are so important. The 5D, the love, that just trusting everything's okay. I mean, a million times yesterday, I thought of different things. I thought, well, what is he doing? Is he okay? Did he get in a car accident? Like, when's he coming home? Like, it was completely just, we're not used to that rhythm of not communicating. So, it forced me also to trust. So I feel like everything here that's coming up for me, past stuff, or past relationship stuff, the non-communication by accident, which was really by design, as we know, it's all forcing me further into trusting. And so don't forget that when we are making progress, and really making progress, making strides, internally shifting, then outwardly we will be tested. The universe will test us so that we can maintain that energetic shift, so that we can check in with ourselves and see where we are, and to see how much progress we've made. And you know what? Honestly, you'll see, even if it's just little by little, you'll see the progress. You'll give yourself a pat on the back. Say, I really handled that differently. I felt differently about it. It didn't bother me as much. I let it go quicker, or it really got to me, but then I let it go a lot quicker than I usually do. That's all progress. Progress is also, when you're challenged, like I said, with the non-communication thing, that came up as a surprise. Well, when you're challenged, use your tools. Use your tools. You've got tons of tools in your toolbox now. Studying Twin Flame, the journey, studying Ascension tools, and really trusting your intuition is the number one thing, and trusting in the divine order of everything. And when you do, and when you relax into it, things will be a lot smoother. So if any of you are like seeing or witnessing or being triggered by some past stuff that's coming up, or having your trust challenged, comment below or reach out to me, because I'd be curious to know how it's affecting the collective. And of course, you can book a private session with me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a reader and a healer and a certified soul coach. So I use soul coaching techniques in my readings, and I use intuitive guidance in my soul coaching sessions. You can book a session online at thetwinflamefamily.com. It's thetwinflamefamily.com. And I look forward to seeing you all soon again. Okay, thanks. Bye.